thank you now for your grace, your amazing grace. How sweet the sound. We once was lost, but thank you for finding us, God. You weren't lost, but we were lost, Lord God. We thank you for saving us as a wretch undone. God, we ask that you have your way in this place. Have somebody say, have your way, Lord. Have your way in this place this morning. Holy Ghost preaching here, you already showed yourself mighty and strong. God, we bless your name. We give you praise. Shatter the devil's plans right now. Shatter them right now, God. Shatter shame, God. I rebuke jealousy and envy, God. And any fighting, any foul sin, God. I rebuke it now. Oh, God, in the name of Jesus. Glory to God. Somebody shout amen in this place. Hallelujah, God, we thank you. Oh, let's see what God got in store for this Shumanite woman. Come on. Yeah, y'all gonna mess around and make me preach. I'm trying to take it easy this morning, but I don't know about this thing. Y'all gonna have to pray for the preacher this morning. Because I feel like taking off on my school. I wish Benji Guilford was here because I'm about to take there you go. Just get it ready. Just get rid of it. My sister, she on standpoint. She said, "I got you, Pastor." But you know, when God has been good to you, you just can't. You can't sit there and act like God ain't never. God, come on, talk to me. And the great thing about it is, you ain't got to be saved. You ain't got to be saved to understand that God is good. Oh, God. Lord have mercy. God will stop by your house. Over 6 billion folk in the world, but God will stop by your house. Has he ever stopped by anybody's house in here this morning? Oh my God, y'all, I love the spirit in here this morning. I'm loving this. Listen, let's see what the Shunammite want to say. Let's see, because she got some stuff going on in here. Let's see. Let us stand for the reading of the Word of God. Amen. Just out of sheer respect. Because there's 45, 2 Kings, 4th chapter. If you just came in, 2 Kings, 4th chapter, verses 8 through 17. And Deacon Warren, he was praying, he was all up in the sermon. He talking about he tried to slip him a sermon, and he snuck him one in there, Miss Jackson. Sometimes it get good to you, though. Amen. Verse 8, beginning at verse 8. Y'all got it? Say, I got it, Bubba. Okay. Now it happened one day that Elijah went to Shunem, where there was a notable woman. Now, somebody said notable woman. Now, notable means she had cheese. She had some money. Sister was right. She had money. Okay? She was a notable woman. And she persuaded him to eat some food. So it was, as often as he passed by, he would turn in there to eat some food. Look what the woman of God did. She said to her husband now, she said, baby, look, I know that this is a holy man of God who passes by us regularly. Please let us make a small upper room on the wall and let us put a bed for him there and a table and a chair and a lampstand. Let's make it comfortable for him when he comes through, you know, during the revival season. You know, let him stop up in there. We're going to build him a room up on top of the house where he can have some privacy. Because there used to be a time when folk respected the man of God. And if they had nothing but a piece of chicken to give them, they gave them that. They might not have no money, but they could feed him. Y'all don't know what I'm saying. Verse 11 says, and it happened one day that he came there, and he turned into the upper room, and he lay down. He was laying down. And verse 12 said, then he said to Gehazi, his servant, or his armor bearer, he said, call this Shunammite woman. When he called her, she stood before him. And he said to him, say now to her. Now, Gehazi's talking on behalf of Elisha. And he says, look, you have been concerned for us with all this care. What can I do for you? What can you do for God this morning? Instead of God doing something for you, what can you do for God? What can we do? What can I do for you? Do you want me to speak on your behalf to the king or to the commander of the army? She answered, she said, I dwell among my own people. She said, what then is there to be done for her? She said, I'm doing fine on my own. I'm good. I'm satisfied. And Gehazi answered, actually, so the prophet said, verse 14, he says, there's something we can do for her. And Gehazi answered, actually, she has no son, and her husband is old. Now watch this now. She ain't old, but her husband old. Oh boy, y'all don't want to go there with me. Yeah, he old. Verse 15, I'm gonna skip right over that. So he said, call her. And the man of God about to go to work. When he called her, she stood in the doorway. Now this time, Elijah speaking to her. Last time the servant spoke. But now the man of God said, about this time next year, you shall embrace a son. And he said, and she said, no, my Lord, man of God, don't lie to your maidservant. Now, why would the man of God lie to the woman of God? But there's something there. That's right, he didn't lie. But the woman conceived. I don't know who's pregnant in here, and you hadn't felt your baby move, but this morning you're going to feel your baby move this morning. You're pregnant with purpose. God has a plan for your life. Doesn't matter what you've been through. All you got to do is trust and believe God, even when it don't look good. But the woman conceived and bore a son when the appointed time had come, of which Elijah had told her. And I want to stop right there, and I want to preach from the subject of, I'm expecting better days. Oh, that title right there just blessed somebody. I don't know who that's for, but anybody in here expecting better days? Or anybody need to see a better day? I'm expecting better days. When I live my life in expectation, hear me well now. Expectation means I eagerly wait on the Lord. It means I anticipate a move of God. It means that I live. Somebody say, I live. I live to see the blessings of the Lord while I'm living. I ain't got to die and go to heaven, but I'm going to see some blessed stuff on this side of heaven. Now watch this. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, what if we would focus on what God could cause things to work in our favor? What if we would focus on, you know what, instead of saying, well, Lord, I don't know if I'm going to do it today. I don't know if I'm going to make it today. I don't know how these folk going to act on the job today. I don't know if I'm going to get my paycheck. Well, what you working for if you don't know if you're going to get your paycheck? What if God would cause things to work in our favor? Now watch this. Every day I wake up hungry. Every day I wake up thirsty. Watch this. I wake up hungry and I wake up thirsty for the things of God. Somebody say you ought to wake up hungry and you ought to wake up thirsty. You ought to wake up hungry and thirsty for the move of God. Matthew 5 and 6 says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. I'm ready to shift gears on you now. Let me tell you, you can't teach folk how to be hungry and thirsty. You can teach folk a lot of stuff, but you can't teach folk how to eat. Oh man, I love watching sports and I love watching athletes, because when they get in a rhythm, they got this thing they do like this. They look toward the coach and they say, keep on feeding me. Yeah, I'm in my rhythm now. I'm in my groove now. Keep on feeding me. And that's how we got to be with the Lord. You can't get so satisfied till you all right in your broke place or you stuck in a place. You got to say, Lord, keep on feeding me. Feed me till I want no more. But what has happened is we've got so comfortable in the house of God, we don't care if we get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when God got steak and filet mignon waiting for us. But God says, I got better waiting on you. But since you don't want no more, you can sit right there on that pew and look pretty and act like God ain't never did nothing for you. But I came this morning to preach to some hungry and thirsty folk, to say that I need the Lord. I ain't come to see what you got on. I ain't come to see your hairdo. I ain't come to check out your shoes. But I came to see what God is going to do. Am I preaching to anybody in here this morning? Anybody expecting God to move in their life? Regardless of what's going on, I'm expecting a move of God.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
You can't teach folk how to be hungry. You can't teach folk how to eat. You can be the best teacher. You can be a master teacher. But you can't teach folk how to want it. You can teach that boy, but you can't teach him how to have some get up and go about himself. You know, the old folk, you say you got to have some get up and go about yourself. In other words, when God has been good to you, you'll get up out that bed. You'll get up on your Rudy Tooty, and you'll say, God, you've been too good to me for me to just sit here. God, you put food on the table. You heal my body. God, you bless my children. God, you keep on blessing me over and over again. And I'm going to sit in here and look like you ain't never did. The devil is a lie. I ain't going to sit up in here and act like God ain't never delivered me out of the muck and miry clay. Ain't nothing going to stop me from praising God, because I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise, you ain't got to praise him for me. His praise will continually be in my mouth, because you don't know, like I know, what the Lord has done for me. Do I have a witness in here that can testify to the goodness of the Lord? And watch this. Y'all see this right here? That's just temporary. Just go look at it. I ain't bragging. But one day I'm going to be up in here on my own 2 feet. My ankle might be weak right now, but my mouth is working. My mind is working. My hands are working. I got 2 good hips. I got 2 good knees. My back is strong. So I ain't going to complain about my ankle hurting, but I'm going to thank God for everything. Oh, y'all see, y'all complain too much, but I thank God for the little bit I got left. I got something in the tank where I can praise God all by myself. And if I have to go, I'll go by myself. Little girl. Look, let me take it easy. Miss Fran looking at me. Little girl. Little country girl. They didn't have rain in the land for about 6 months, and they lived on the farm. And so the country preacher said, we're going to have a prayer meeting, and we're going to pray for rain. So they had a church full of folk almost like this. And right there about where Miss Lottie sitting there. The little girl came walking down the aisle, had on some rain boots, a raincoat, and an umbrella. Oh, y'all ain't gonna say that. And she had on a rain cap. Everybody else was just dressed like it's Sunday morning. So the preacher said, girl, what you doing? It don't take all that. The little girl said, well, preacher man of God, I thought we were praying for rain. Y'all didn't come expecting rain, but I came with my umbrella. Anybody come with your umbrella expecting God to move? I got my boots on. Don't y'all fool with me now. I might bring out my raincoat because I'm expecting God to do something. Is there anybody in here that's y'all ain't expecting God? Then you got it. Is there anybody in here that's expecting God to do something? Is there anybody expecting God to do something better? Oh, y'all must have one better. Is there anybody that's expecting better in your finances, in your health, in your children, in your family, in your life, in your money, in your pocket? Is there anybody in here that came to expect a move of God? Somebody say, I'm expecting better. Watch this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all gonna make me preach. I ain't not just talking. Listen. When you don't expect better, you settle for lame.
Tell us.
When you don't expect better, write that down. Tweet it, text it, put it on Facebook, put it on social media, because I know all of y'all ain't paying attention to it. Listen. If you're not expecting better, you're expecting lame. Amen. Come on. Oh, see y'all. See see y'all didn't pick up the little nuance in the text. When the servant said, "Now, she ain't got no son." Now watch this. Listen. She ain't got no son, because you got to understand that about a woman in the Bible days, if she didn't have a son, she was considered, let me put it like, she was lame. She was frowned upon in the community. And she was looked upon, she was frowned upon. What's wrong with her? If something must be wrong with her. She ain't got no children. You're supposed to have a son. Every woman is supposed to have a son. But watch this, wasn't nothing wrong with her. That just went right over your head. Wasn't nothing, because the Bible says that the woman, she didn't have a son, but her husband is old. Come on, Bruce. Oh my God, that means that his seed was dried up. According to what man said, he wasn't supposed to be able to make a baby. But wasn't nothing wrong with mama's womb. All it needed was God to work on the man. But do I have any women that's expecting God to move on their man? He might not have anything right now. He might not have all that he wants to have. But I'm just expecting God to move on my man. In other words, I'm expecting God to move on a dead situation. Do I have any folk in here that the situation may look dead? But is there anything too hard for the God that we serve? Y'all gonna make me shake a leg up in here this morning. Do I have any believers in here that I walk by faith and not by what I see? Because God says, I don't need any more lame Christians, but I need some folk that came to give God the best praise they got. And if you're living up in here this morning, if you got 2 good lungs, if you got a good brain, if you got 2 good eyes, if you got 10 working fingers, if all your toes work, if everything in you, you ought to give God a praise that you ain't. Oh yeah, I'm not 100%, but I'm going to give God a praise with my 50%. Do I have anybody on my right side? I ain't got it all together, but I'm going to give God the best praise I got. Let me put you some folk on my left side. I may not have the job that I want, but I thank God for the little bit that I have. Because anybody in here expecting better? Do I have any ladies that's expecting Not only can somebody teach you how to be hungry and thirsty, but can't nobody teach you how to have an appetite.
Amen.
Oh, can I talk to y'all for a little bit?
Help us, sir. Help us.
Because your appetite, listen, your appetite reveals what you're hungry for. Yeah. Because see, an expecting mother, she has a strange appetite. She might want pickles and chocolate chip and cookie ice cream, because she's expecting her hormones are changing, and she's expanding, she's moving, she's growing, and she knows that something is happening on the inside of her, and she can't control the cravings. As the deer panteth after the water, so does my soul panteth after the Lord. You got to have a craving for God, that if don't nobody else want to go to church, I'm going to church. If don't nobody want to go learn more about the Word of God, I got to be in Bible study. I got to be in Sunday school. If don't nobody else want to bless God and give him praise, I'll make some noise on my road that'll wake up everybody on my road. I don't care, because I got a craving for God. And can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. And I won't stop until I taste and see that the Lord is good. Has anybody in here ever tasted and seen? Have you ever experienced God on another level? Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the great things that he has in store for them that are expecting something from God. Is there anybody expect to be healed in here this morning? Is there anybody expect to be delivered in here this morning? Is there anybody in here that expect to be set? Somebody say, I'm expecting. I'm expecting. I'm expecting a move of God. God has to create that craving. God, listen. God has to create an appetite for you. Watch this. And when I'm hungry, when I'm thirsty for a move of God, I ain't looking for mess. Say the drama for the mother folk. When I got some stuff, Miss Jackson, going on in my life, and I'm expecting a move of God, I ain't got no time for no gossip. I ain't got no time for what the streets say. I ain't got no time for you to be talking negative. But I need to be around the saints of God who know how to lift me up. Because is there anybody that's ever been stuck in a place and you needed to be lifted up? Anybody ever needed a lifting every now and then? You needed somebody to say, baby, get up out that sheet. Get yourself together. Get your hair done. Wash your face. Put your makeup on. Get your best suit on. Baby, we going to Popeyes and get us some chicken. You might not be able to afford to go to a 5-star restaurant, but you can still go up and get yourself something to eat. Get yourself together. Put a smile on your face. Give God the best praise you got. It could have been worse than what it could have been. Because if God had not been on your side, if it had not been for the grace and mercy of the Lord, you would have been sitting up in here this morning. But I thank God that I didn't die in it. That God will keep on blessing me as long as I got. Anybody got a hunger for the Lord? Anybody got a hunger for God? Anybody got a hunger for the Lord this morning? Listen, one thing. One thing. The text, the woman said, when the man of God asked her, is there anything? Some folk got so much pride. Let me see. Some of y'all gonna miss heaven for holding on to pride. That wasn't even in my text. But I just want to give you that. Because pride ain't no good when you're about to bust hell wide open. The woman was wealthy. She had money. And when the man of God asked her, is there anything? He spoke to the deep thing in her. He spoke to the expectation in her. And then when he spoke it to her, she said, no. She tried to cover it up. She tried to make you cover it up. I'm good. I'm fine. Me and my family, we good. But knowing she's struggling on the inside with not having a son. Because see, she said she believed him to be a man of God, but didn't trust God to move on her situation. Which goes to show you, you can trust God in one area, but not trust him in another area. Oh yeah. You can trust him to put food on the table, but when you get sick in your body, you have a hard time believing that God will heal your body. But you got to go back to the text where it says, he was wounded for my transgressions. He was bruised for my iniquities. And by his, God knows, by his stripes, then I can call on the prayers of the elders. They can lay hands on you, and the sick shall. Y'all ain't saying nothing in here. But is there anybody that believes God for the impossible in here? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I believe it. Somebody say, I believe God like that. I believe God. Listen, she believed God. Listen, she had low expectations. She had low expectations of a high God. Woo. He sits high and he looks low. Oh my God. He was just waiting on her to say, bless the baby. That I ain't never asked nobody for. I dare somebody in here to ask God that you scared to ask anybody else for. God is waiting on you to open up your mouth and confess with your mouth the thing that you don't think God can do. Watch this. Just because you don't think God can do it don't mean he can't. Oh my God. You got to, see, I believe God. I'm expecting God to move some stuff out of my way. I'm expecting God to bless my children. I'm expecting God to bless Mount Level. I don't want to just be blessed by myself, but I want the whole church. I want everybody to be blessed. I'm expecting you to be blessed. I'm expecting you to be blessed. I'm expecting her to be blessed. I'm expecting you to be blessed. I'm expecting you to be healed. I'm expecting you to be delivered. But you got to believe God when it don't. Now listen, something that will kill your appetite is low expectation. You know what? Low expectation will kill your appetite. I'm just going to church. I'm just going to church. I'm just going to church. I'm just going to go to church. Go to church my boo thing and make her happy, you know. We're going to go out and eat, you know. You know, I'm just going to make the old lady happy. Because I go to church with grandma and them, you know. First and third, I go with them. And second and fourth, I go to my church. So I'm just going to church. Going to church, ain't expecting nothing. Can I tell you this? You normally get what you expect. Oh, yeah, let me tell y'all something. When I had my surgery Thursday, Doc said, you want to stay tonight? He asked me this before the surgery. I said, no, Doc, I'm going home same day. Y'all ain't hear what I'm saying. I had to speak the thing before the knife got to move. Y'all ain't saying that. Because see, I knew I had some folk praying for me, but I had to expect it for myself. And the same night I had the surgery, I was talking to a good friend of mine. And she said, baby, you sound so good. And I wanted to say, you ain't seen nothing yet. You wait till I get up on Sunday morning and talk about the goodness. Anybody know about the goodness? Anybody come to give God the best? You ought to stand on your feet. If you came to give God an expectancy praise. Because Jesus got up. Jesus got up. Jesus got up. The devil thought he had my Jesus. The devil thought he had him in the ground to finish.
Thank you, God, for getting up.
Keep on standing. Somebody, look, he got up. Listen, he got up so that I could get up again.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Oh, how many of y'all know that when you fall down, that's why he got up? When folk count you out, say, yeah, but you still expecting, you can be on your deathbed and say, God, I expect to get up. And if I don't get up on this side of the earth, I'll see you in heaven. Because to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. So either way, I'm going to get up. Oh, y'all don't know it's a fixed fight. It's a fixed fight. Either way, I'll win. So when you look like I'm losing, I'm still winning. It's a fixed, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's a fixed fight. Oh my God, it's a fixed fight. It's a fixed fight, baby. Listen, church, hear me. God says, I want my people to expect more. I want my people to expect more. God said, you ain't being greedy. God said, you just let me know I need to feed you some more. God says, he said, I want to feed my people. But they got to give me permission to feed them. Anybody hungry in here for the Lord? I'm talking about, this is expectancy. Because see, everybody ain't expecting. Some folks is just satisfied where they are. Just satisfied. But I need a move of God. You know what I need God to do? I need God to break my routine. I thank God for the service because it broke my routine. Because now I got to trust him in a different way. Because see, when you go through the same old thing, every day, the mundane, come home the same way, go home the same way, come to church the same way, leave the same way. You ought to leave different than when you came. You ought not leave church the same way. You ought not leave the same way. But we had church though. Ain't nothing changed. You still talking about folk. Still lame. Because watch this, lameness like lameness. Now watch this. When you're expecting something, you ain't got time for no lameness. Because when they come talking that lame mess, okay, I'll holler, see you later, man. I'll get that to you. Call me next week. I might be in California. I ain't got no time for no mess. Huh? I got time for it. Anybody want the move of God? Listen,
I need it.
Listen, somebody say, I need the move of God. I'm talking about you need the move of God. Listen, I need you to, I'm talking to the hungry folks.